And because we've gotten to the point where we're just growing 2 crops. We have very little diversification. The livestock has gotten to the point. Now, that's not true. A fair amount in Minnesota and Wisconsin, you got a lot of dairy and so forth, so you still have some of that. But in Iowa, you primarily got cash crop, primarily. And that's true in a lot of the corn belt and so forth. But we've gotten to a point where we have just 1 or 2 crops. You have very little diversity. So you don't, it's not only that it causes problems from the standpoint of soil buildup and creating enough humus in the soil and all this sort of thing, but it has affected the ecology of our Midwest. It really has, with the kind of, and to a large extent, quite frankly, our government programs have been a fair part of that, because they have provided the farmer with the option of, quite frankly, he makes more money just growing corn.
Do you see the government support continuing?
Well, I think the support will continue. You're always going to have, with the vagaries that the farmer has to deal with, of climate and uncertainties. But I think, and there has been a real effort, there's going to be a real effort in this particular farm bill to encourage more diversification out there. And to get, quite frankly, away from being so dependent on the government. And the administration is very interested in that. I think a number of the people in Congress are. But it's very difficult to move away from a support program to one where you don't have support. That's just like anyone that's on welfare to go. I mean, really. And that's, I don't in any way want to imply that the farmer is on welfare here, because what it amounts to, he's producing food for the U.S. society, and when we as taxpayers want to, because we want to have a secure food supply, there's no question about that.
But to withdraw financial support after you've been
exactly
giving it to someone is
and so I think most farmers want to move more to a market-based economy, but they don't want to at the same time go broke, and I don't blame them.
Who does?
And so we're going to have to do this very carefully, but I think there's an interest on the part of a lot of folks to encourage farmers to be more market-based. And if we were, quite frankly, we'd have more diversification. You see, it comes back to the experience I was telling about with my father, where he had to have a fair amount of diversification so that he could cover his own risk. If you have the government saying that I will guarantee X amount for you, now I'm not saying the target price is too high or too low. I mean, it's very, very difficult for him. But that becomes the most risk-free option. You see what I'm getting at? And he can go to the bank then, if he or she can go to the bank and get loans much easier.
Yes, of course.
It's much...
Bankers understand
that. They know that the government check will come. They're not sure about whether somebody will pay them for a crop. You see what I'm getting at? So it's... but there is. I think this farm bill will have some, will move more towards encouraging diversification. I think the next one will do it even more.